Thank you for joining this back to school orientation video. This video is going to walk through what our school year is going to be like and what some of the expectations are for my class. The first thing is that we ask that everyone respects everyone's privacy. And what this means is that there is no recording of any Zoom sessions or any time that the students are interacting with one another. This is to protect both myself and your child. It is prohibited to record anything in a classroom, even if we were in person. We want to make sure that nothing is being posted to social media, that no one's privacy is being violated. If this does come up and it is discovered that this is happening, the school administration will be taking action. So we ask that you help us with this. The kids are very into their social media and their phones right now. And so we just ask that as parents, that you help support and ensure that your child is not recording anything that is happening on the computer. First, I'm going to go through a couple sites that you will be able to access. All of this is on our class website, which is also linked in your child's Google Classroom for you to explore some more. First, a little bit about me. This is my fourth year at Stella Hills. I taught 2 years in fourth grade, and this will be my second year in sixth grade. I am born and raised in Bakersfield. I'm married. I have a daughter who's 8. She is starting third grade, so I completely understand how you are feeling with your child starting virtually. It's definitely not the school year that we wanted for any of them. I graduated from Liberty High School. I graduated with my bachelor's from CSUB. I have a master's degree from National University, and I'm actually going back to school to do a little more on the administrative side of education. But I truly love being in the classroom. I enjoy being with your students. I'm very happy in sixth grade. It is a fun age. They understand sarcasm. They can take a joke, and they're just a lot more fun. I loved my fourth graders, but I truly enjoyed being in sixth grade. When we come back, this is our schedule for the day. This is what it will generally look like virtually. Class starts promptly at 8:15. Your child needs to be logged on and ready to go at 8:15. I will be taking attendance, and we'll talk a little bit more about attendance as we go through this slideshow. Language arts starts out our day. This will be a combination of whole group teaching and small groups while your child is working on independent assignments. We do have a 10-minute virtual recess at 9:25. Lunch is at 11:45 to 1, and promptly at 1 o'clock, we will start instruction again with math, and we'll end our day with math. Our day does end at 2:15. Your child will have some homework, but we're going to spend the first couple weeks really getting used to what the virtual platform looks like before we start diving into any homework. Virtual expectations. Your child and I will be talking about this on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and continuously throughout the year. But these are our distance learning expectations. Being on time, making sure that their microphone is silenced. I will be having them talk throughout the day with one another, sharing ideas. But when we are all together at once, those microphones being silenced really does help because it can get loud and crazy very quickly in a Zoom conference. Helping your child find a quiet and calm space to work, somewhere that they are not going to be distracted. And so we ask this for help from you also. I know that some of you have siblings in the home, you have other family members in the home. Just please helping them to find a spot where they are not going to be distracted. We ask that you try and find a spot where no one's going to be talking in the background. TVs are not on, radios are not on. That way they are able to fully focus and engage in our class activities. We ask that cameras are on. If a camera is continuously not on, then I'll be contacting you and that student. Will have a discussion as to why their camera is not on. But I want to be able to see their faces. I want to be able to see them and really help build that engagement and community in our class. And that really only works when we can see one another. Students, as always, will be expected to pay attention. They're going to be asked to participate in class. I'm going to teach them how to raise a hand in Zoom, and they'll wait to be called on. It's just like a regular classroom. We're not all going to be screaming out our answers. For your student to come prepared, those Chromebooks need to be charged every night. They need to have that box of supplies that we gave them with them. They need to have a notebook out, a pen out, ready to take notes, ready to begin our day. We're going to really focus on being respectful. This is a virtual learning environment, but the kids are going to still be working in breakout groups and small groups and on group projects and just engaging with one another throughout the day. And we must be respectful to one another. I need to be able to trust them to do that independent work, to be able to work in a group project and know that they're respecting their peers. That's the only way that we're going to be able to be successful this year. Also, there's no eating when they are on Zoom. They can have water, they can have a drink, that's absolutely fine. But it's really distracting when someone is eating, and so we ask that there's no eating during a Zoom call, which will be really important as to when you go and get their lunches. Where we work. So most of our day is all going to be found on the class website, which, as I said, is linked in your child's Google Classroom. Every day, your child will be asked to log into their homeroom, and I have it set up by the weeks. And so you'll be able to see 4 weeks at a time as I add work to those, and then I will archive. So you can always go back and refer to an assignment if they are missing work. Your child will go to the week that they are in that at that time, and it takes them to this master slide. This master slide is their home base. Here they can find links to all of the important websites that we use, everything here on the side. If you click on read, your child is taken to a virtual library. I'll be continuously adding new stories to this library, but they can click in, they can find a book to read. They still need to be reading. And so we will be using this. If they're working in math, I have a whole page of math games and math manipulatives that they will be able to click into to help them better understand those new math concepts. We do start hitting algebra, which can be very complicated for some of our kids. Also down here on the bottom, Classcraft is a behavior management program that I use, but we're going to wait a week or two before we get into actually utilizing Classcraft so that we can get really familiar in the virtual format first. They have Google Classroom, they have the Epic site. If they want to go just back to the home page of the website, Next Gen Math, and this one here takes them to the student portal. And these are all of the different sites that we use, and they can come here and quickly find what they need. The most important part will be each day of the week. They will click in and they'll be able to see all of their assignments that we'll be having. So if at any time your child goes, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and you're going, well, why aren't you on a Zoom? Ms. Dirksey said I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be working, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where they're going to be trained and taught to find all of their work. So you can also come in and see what are they expected to be doing today. And I have all of their assignments and the expectations and steps for working through that day's assignment. Each button will take them to any website that they need. They may be filling out and responding to questions directly from the site. But everything they need each day will be listed here, and you too can go through and see what they are learning about. Let me now take you to this is just the About page on the website. If you're curious about what do they actually learn in 6th grade, what are the expectations for 6th grade, I have all of the California standards, both in English and Spanish, listed here. But we do reading, we're still writing, math, we're going to start moving into more critical thinking skills, definitely using algebra, stretching our understanding of number systems and geometry. We do study ancient civilizations, so we'll be taking virtual field trips to Egypt and Greece and Rome and China. They will be doing many projects with that. We also learn about Earth and space sciences in 6th grade. Also on our class website, you will be able to find a calendar that is linked with our Google Classroom. So if you come down to this calendar, you'll be able to see the due date for every assignment and any important events. So if you look here, I have the first day of school is listed on here. And here is a demo assignment for the kids. If you click on it, it tells you when it is due. So this would be due on Tuesday, August 25th. And then it gives you a short description. So this is a demo assignment. So usually there will be a more in-depth description as to what that assignment actually is. And it will give you the link to the Google Classroom. You can copy that into a web browser and it will take you straight to Google Classroom and that specific assignment. Okay, let's keep going. Let's Connect. This is all of my contact information. It's also found on the website right here at Contact the Teacher. So my phone number is here. This is the school's phone number. You can call and leave me a message. I am teaching virtually from home right now, so I wouldn't recommend this as the fastest way to get in contact with me. The office will take a message and they will relay it to me, but really the best way to contact me is through Parent Square. Parent Square gives me automatic instant notifications and I can respond to you in real time. I also have on the website a private message to the teacher. If you'd like to fill this form out and ask me any questions or explain anything, you can do so from the website, but just know that I will be responding back to you through Parent Square. Useful information. This is another link on the website. Here I've added all of the website links that I can think of that you may need as a parent. The BCSD parent portal is here, the guidebook is here. Most importantly, the distance learning support guide can be found here. This is where you can find all sorts of information about how to troubleshoot the technology, how there's a help center, there's up-to-date information. You can also find the Chromebook and hotspot support line here. I also have the Aries parent portal here. That is how you'll be able to access your child's grades throughout the school year, the BCSD Face homepage, our school year calendar, and ELL services. I also have our cell phone policy. While we are not in the classroom right now, we will eventually, and really the cell phone policy is no cell phones on campus. Now the students do have the opportunity to check those cell phones into the office each morning, or to turn them off completely and put them in their backpacks and no one is the wiser. However, if we do find a student with a cell phone out, we will confiscate that cell phone, take it to the office, and then the parents are actually responsible for picking that cell phone up. We will not be releasing it to the student again. Okay, so let's continue through. Types of learning. So your child is going to be doing two different types of learning this year. They are synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning is simply just like this. We're on a live Zoom session. Me and your students and the class, your student and the class are working together. They're listening to a lecture. We're doing an engagement activity together. And that is what we would consider synchronous learning. We'll also have asynchronous learning. This is independent work. Now, this independent work will most likely still be on the computer, but that's because they'll be working on a project, they'll be researching, they may be doing another assignment while I'm working with a small group, and then their small group will join us. So you'll see your child with me on the computer and at times not with me. The beginning of the school year, it'll be a lot of synchronous learning as I get everyone comfortable with the virtual format. And then we will release everybody out from there to start being more independent. Attendance. Attendance will be taken promptly by 8:30. If a student is not logged in at 8:30, then you will be receiving a phone call from the office. And if it's a continued problem, then you'll be getting a visit from one of our administrators at the office. I will also be taking an attendance check after our recess and after lunch, and I will be checking periodically throughout the day. If we are noticing that your student is not staying on and engaging in the virtual learning format, we will be making contact with you to help and see how we can assist with any problems that may be happening or prohibiting them from being online with us. Your students will be earning grades for virtual learning. It is that same setup, A, B, C, D, and Fs. I will be giving grades. All school work will be submitted through Google Classroom. There you will also be able to find any remarks from myself. Grades will comprise of assignments, assessments, student engagement just in the Zoom lesson. I use a rubric system, so your child will be able to self-grade themselves and be able to evaluate their work according to that rubric to determine what type of grade they should be getting. There should be no surprises with the grading. Your child will also be self-grading, and that will be part of their grade. We want them to really strive to do their best possible work and defend that work when necessary. Progress reports and report cards. We have moved from a 4-quarter system to a 3-trimester system this year. So you will see your first progress reports on October 2nd, and our first report cards will actually be coming out November 13th. This new system gives us a little more time with the kids to really help them get prepared and be confident and truly show us their learning. And that's why they've moved to this trimester system for this year. Math deployment. In 6th grade, we really start focusing on getting the kids prepared for middle school. And part of that is our math deployment. What this is we allow our 6th grade team to focus on the mathematical abilities of a single group of students. And that way we can provide very specific instruction to those needs. And so how we do this is your child will take the STAR math assessment every 6 weeks. And we will use that data and our own observations to place them in a math class that is appropriate to their skill level. That means your student may not have me in the afternoon. They may have Ms. Contreras or Ms. Crossley, depending on where they stand in math. We do this because it gives them an opportunity to change classes, be exposed to being in a class with a new group of students. It also helps us as teachers to really focus in on the skills that that group of students need to help fill any gaps or push them through enrichment. We did this last year and we saw major growth in our students, and we were very happy with how this model worked in comparison to a traditional math instructional setting. And we're hoping that this year we will continue to see that growth in our students and help them to be better prepared when they leave us from Hills. Lunch service. Lunch is being served from 11:45 to 1. However, your student must be logged in at 1 p.m. And as I do not permit eating on Zoom, they need to have finished their lunch by 1 p.m. It is same as a regular school day. When the lunch bell rings, lunch is done. And that's the same expectation. So please plan accordingly so that your student can be finished with their lunch and ready to go for instruction at 1 o'clock. With the lunch service, only BCSD students are eligible, but you may go to whatever school you are closest to. Students must be present to receive a meal. If you show up by yourself and your child is not with you, we will not give you a meal. And the meals will include a lunch and a breakfast for the following day, and that's how they will be addressing getting breakfast to everybody. Technical difficulties. There are going to be technical difficulties. We already anticipate that, and the district is working very hard to help address any of those problems. With that being said, if you are disconnected, your child loses connection to the internet, please try to reconnect once or twice. If that doesn't work, then please contact the office. And we will be sending out communication on Parent Square and Google Classroom, letting you know of any remedies we may have found to technical difficulties and how to correct those and troubleshoot on your own in order to keep your child engaged without interrupting their instruction. However, if you do need to call someone, if it's just general information about the school day, please call the office. If it has to do with the classroom, please contact me. The best way, as I said, is to do that through Parent Square. When you should call our FACE liaison, Ms. Lenny. If you have questions about parent engagement sessions, which will still be occurring just in a virtual format, please contact her. If you need help with your Parent Square or Parent Portal or the Aries portal, please contact her and she is more than happy to walk you through that process. If you do need support with your technology because you forgot a password, your hotspot's not working, your Chromebook isn't working, please contact the school office first and they will troubleshoot for you. If they are unable to assist with that, then they will refer you to our district technology hotline, and they will help resolve that issue. As always, you can go to the website though and visit that family virtual learning guide that is posted, and it will also give you solutions as to how to help work through some of your technology. Lastly, we really need your support as parents also. We want our students to be successful, and as sixth graders, we want them to start learning to be responsible for themselves. With that being said, there are a couple things you can do to help us with this. Help create a daily learning space in your home for your child, a spot where they know they're going to work every day, somewhere comfortable, somewhere that they can work without distractions. We're going to be helping our sixth graders to master responsible learning skills. So, having their materials organized, tidy, and ready to go. Creating a planning system to track when your assignments are due, when a test is that you need to study for. Scheduling study time into your week. We will be using a digital planner as a class to help start them to build these skills, but you can always ask them, what does your planner have for you to do today? What are your expectations? When are your assignments due? And also, just please maintain regular communication with me. If anything is going on, please let me know. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I will respond to you within 24 hours and usually much quicker than that. If you have not registered for Parent Square already, please make sure to download the Parent Square app, and you would register with the email address or cell phone number that you have on file with the school. If you do not know what number or email is on file with the school, please contact the front office so that they can send out your registration code to you, as this will be how the district sends out information, the school sends out information, and how I am sending out information. I will be posting again a Q&A for all of my sessions today of all the questions asked and any answers that I was able to provide. If you have any other questions, please contact me through Parent Square and I will add those to our class form. I have also attached in Parent Square a parent information form. Please take a few moments to fill that out. It just helps me to know that I have updated contact information for you if you've been able to use Parent Square. Also, it will let me know if there's any concerns that you have, any additional questions. That way I can address those privately with you. I will also post this link in our Google Classroom for you to complete. And with that, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to a wonderful year with your students. I'm very excited. I know this isn't the year that we all wanted, but it is still going to be fun and engaging, and it is going to be a great sixth grade year. Have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see your kiddos on the first day of school.